They're gonna be like, you need to find some young teens or whatever that have a good look.
But they're not saying you need to be attracted to them. They're saying you need to be able to tell an ugly kid.
Bart's like, wait, I need to find out.
No.
Shit. Welcome back to another episode of Careful Boys, where we are lucky enough to have the opinion of a woman here today.
We need one. We've been struggling all day.
Yeah, Bart though.
We've been struggling.
What? Huh? What the heck? You have to check yourself.
Yeah, be feminine. Be more feminine, dude.
I am feminine.
But then like all the girls that do come hang out with us, they're not like girls. So then like they also get canceled by girls because they're like, oh, you're a pick me. See?
Oh no.
So that's why.
Yeah.
What makes you think I'm a girl's girl?
Cause you're here before, and you're not a girl's girl.
No, I wasn't saying I wasn't. I just wanted to know what you thought.
I'm feminine because my mom. I'm a product of a single mom.
Yeah, you're raised by a Chinese mom, so that makes you
I'm a massive feminist.
feminist?
Yep.
In what way?
Because my last name is my mom's.
Oh, that's right.
name.
Whoa, that's true.
And I took on the family name, because that's almost as gay as if I would have taken on my wife's name.
Okay,
But I didn't do that.
No way.
No.
that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what threw me off. I
put
thought you
your
were
foot
a
down.
different guy.
I took on the family name because there were no men. Like, it's just two daughters. So then it would have died with my mom and my aunt.
You sound so calm, like your stepdad who would pitch these like investment opportunities.
Just chilling.
Wait, that's really sweet though. Was that your idea?
Yeah, because I didn't like my dad and I didn't want his name.
Okay.
Also very sweet.
Yeah.
More of a spite move, right?
Yeah.
And then so my grandma did raise me. So so I feel like, well, you know. But the funny part is, it's not even her last name. Because she had a divorce and I didn't know that.
Yeah, so he messed up anyway.
And then
So what should it?
And then
Whose name is this?
So
It
you
was-
got like your grandfather who's like not in the family anymore. That's his last name.
Yep.
Some other guy, yeah.
Some other random
Someone
dude.
else's grandpa.
My mom loved her dad, so it's okay.
Oh, okay.
But the funny thing is, I'm trying to honor my grandma, right?
Okay.
But instead of so her last name is Ito. But instead of taking that line, I took her husband's line that she divorced, which is my grandpa. But my mom was like, "Don't worry about it. I love my dad." So so it's good that because he would have not had his name carry on.
Oh, that is nice.
I never met the dude.
What's Hannah's last name, if you don't mind?
Hodge?
So,
But it's Jitsukawa now.
But Joe Hodge is kind of fire.
Joe Hodge is tight.
Hodge does sound kind of cool.
But that name isn't even like.
Peaky Blinders.
How about just
something
Joe
about
Hodge Jitsukawa, dude? It's like a whole phrase.
Hajikawa.
Throw Ito in there? Hajikawa's cool.
Is that even a Japanese?
Hajikawa?
Japanese word for real? It's not Hajikawa.
No.
It sounds like
I'm
a
sure.
word.
I'm sure it is.
Hajikawa?
It's an electronics store.
It makes him laugh.
Hey, yo, Joe Hodge.
It's a word. You're laughing.
I think it's growing on him.
Yeah, I think you like it. Hajikawa.
Like we combine it?
Yeah. Have you ever done that?
Nah.
Okay. Well, yeah. For those of you who don't know, this is Melissa Banos. She's
Welcome back, Melissa.
She's one of my best friends through life. I've known her for like 11 years or something like that.
So there can be platonic friends?
20
Probably
years.
close to 20.
Yeah, 20
You
years.
can have
So
platonic
there
friends?
can be platonic.
Okay, so like this is my exhibit A for like arguing with people when they say that guys can't do it. It's like, yeah, you can.
How many years
But
have
you
guys
also like
been
dated your
friends?
cousin, so you're different.
Excuse me?
That was a choice I made.
Yeah. He put his
He's
foot
talking
down.
about like one of my first girlfriends in high school
Was your cousin?
ended up being my cousin. I didn't know.
Wait, this is for real?
Yeah.
I thought he was kidding.
No, it's for real.
He's disgusted, dude.
Did
Look
you guys
at
make out?
Yeah,
Oh shit.
but she wasn't my.
Wait, first cousin?
No, she's like I'm cousins with her through marriage.
Oh, okay, that's better.
not that
That's better.
There's
Okay,
no blood.
that's
There's
better.
no blood.
That's
Close
better.
though.
But it's
But it
enough
did
to
make
get-
you get the icks.
Yeah, it makes you go, huh?
Bullshit by everybody.
Well, tell her about how you made out with your mom.
What? What?
Just testing the
Hey,
waters.
but you didn't go
You're so creative.
Stop, man.
Hey, Jon Snow and Daenerys Targaryen.
Oh, you know her. You know who I'm talking about. My first girlfriend was Kathy Aquino.
I didn't know that she was your girlfriend, but I also didn't know she was your cousin.
Well, I
didn't
didn't know.
either.
So like, my dad was mad at me for like when I told him that I think I have a girlfriend, this girl, and he got pissed. And I was like,
Don't you know that is your cousin?
well, he didn't say that at first. He said he was trying to do other things to dissuade me from it without having to say that.
What would he say?
He said his
Guess
first
what?
thing was that I shouldn't date her because she has too many homeboys.
No. Too many
Homeboys she has.
Wait, but I don't understand the logic. If he wanted you to not date her, the easiest thing would have been.
That is your cousin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's probably too embarrassed.
That is your cousin, Ryan.
Or maybe he would think that wouldn't stop me, and then he'd be grossed out.
Oh. Like he was gonna be like, I love her anyway.
Yeah,
She's not the virgin.
I see a Filipino robot.
He's not that virgin. And that would happen too. He would say he's for like like Filipinos always mix up the gender thing.
Would it be like putangina no?
Yeah, and then my cousin Chad, who I'm related to by blood,
He is a virgin.
yeah, he was a virgin at the time. He's the cousin that we're related through. And then he was the one that was like, dude, he's all Kathy's my cousin. That means she's your cousin.
Oh.
That's how you found out?
Oh shit. Yeah, I was like, no. And then like
Can we make out one more time?
telling the guys at school, I was like telling them like, yo, I think Chad's cousin's with her, so does that make me her cousin? And all the guys were like, yo, what? Gross!
That means you're gay.
Yeah. I was basically gay.
That's the math.
But you know, did you like her?
I did, but I mean, it didn't work out for other reasons. But,
okay.
but then that was like, yeah, she was fine. She was a good girl, but yeah, great person to have in the family. But definitely weird, yeah.
How long you two known each other?
20
Like
20 years,
20
yeah.
something
That's a long time.
Was it high school?
Yeah.
And there was never a spark?
No, God,
No.
it's weird. It's like, so the thing, like the best way to describe it when people are like, no, it can't happen. It's like you have to develop like almost a paternal connection with someone where it feels more sibling.
But doesn't, like, in Bart's words, all guys want a homeboy with a pussy?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, what do you think? What do you think of that?
This must be a different experience than last time you came on the show, huh?
I wait, what?
Explain her the concept.
What are some of your husband's hobbies?
One of my husband's hobbies?
One of your husband's hobbies.
Which husband?
Yeah, what are some of your husband's hobbies?
What do you like to do?
He likes to play basketball, watch sports,
Okay.
be with our kid.
Do you like to play basketball? Does he like ask you to play basketball with him?
He would. I wouldn't be very good at it.
Okay, what's another hobby that you could have potential to be good at? That he makes you do, or wants you to do, or wishes you could do?
I don't think we do that much. Eat?
That's cool.
So he wants to eat food with you,
Yeah.
and then have sex with you.
Okay.
That's homeboy with the pussy.
Nailed it.
Wait.
Nailed it.
What?
Not
what
him.
just happened?
He's not the homeboy.
No, you are.
So what are you
To him.
trying to say about me?
My
Ryan?
theory is,
He has a different theory.
all dudes, at the end of the day, just wants a homeboy with a pussy.
They want
Okay.
to. They want to have sex with their best friend.
They want to have a best friend that they get to do all the fun stuff with,
Okay.
but then have a wet hole at the end of the night.
Wet hole.
What?
Why can't you have that and also friends?
What do you mean?
Like, why can't you have your wet hole and then other holes that you don't touch?
Dry holes, yeah.
Oh, I'm not even talking about that. I'm just talking about the guys and the girl and their wife or their girlfriend. They want their girlfriend or wife to be
Be their best friend.
best friend.
Yeah.
Like they want to be like, if I'm a Chicago Bull, you're a Chicago Bull. But you have a hole in your jersey that leads to wetness.
And now that we explained Bart's analogy, okay, and his now we understand Bart, right? So if that is true, then if you are both single and you both are homeboys and you're just of the other gender, doesn't that make it that much more attractive?
You nailed that. You nailed
Like,
that.
what if it doesn't? What if there's just no like spark of that nature?
Spark matters.
Yeah.
I think that's what it is. Because sometimes you can have a spark for someone that doesn't fit.
But you know what the difference is, I think, for why, and you see this in a lot of guys, where like when they do find a girl that they can hang out with, that isn't unattractive,
Yeah.
most guys don't get that. So in their mind, they're on a date.
Yeah, I guess so. That's true.
And then so maybe you never built the attraction because you don't thirst so hard easily. Where most guys, I think, like, in general, first off, they don't have female friends. And when they do get any attention from a woman,
that's like a scarcity mindset.
I think it's a potential opportunity to date them.
It's funny because he has no neck.
It's just getting lower.
He's sinking.
I got turtle wisdom, bro.
Yeah. You're very wise.
Has that happened to you in life often, do you think? Where like someone that you thought was a friend like me, like where you
She's thinking of 50 in her head right now.
What up, guys? Come join our Patreon because there's hundreds of videos dating all the way back to 2019.
That's right. If you click on the link down below, you could join our Patreon, join us on the Discord, come chat with us directly, have a fun conversation.
And this will help support the channel's growth and new ideas. And also tap into our closer community by joining our Discord and get the opportunity to suggest video ideas like the ones you've seen. Thank you guys. Join our Patreon, help us out. Thanks.
See you guys there. Say hi to me.
But isn't, there's...
It has happened.
It's more likely, right?
It has happened. But that doesn't mean that it's not possible.
I'll say this. I think in most people's eyes, for a lady to have a bunch of guy friends, and for all those guys to not want to shoot their shot at this chick is very rare.
Oh, even I don't believe all of them don't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even
We're
if they
just
say.
we're just trying to argue that it's possible.
Oh yeah, sure.
Even that the majority,
No, for sure,
you
for
know.
sure.
And I also don't think you have to try very hard. Like I think if people are like, yes, I can do it, and then it's like, dude, I don't think you're doing it. I think it just happens, and you just naturally are like cool with it.
I think it takes a level of maturity too, right? I think this sounds like from the guy side, it sounds like you would just dip your penis in anything that would be interested in you. So that's what it sounds like when you're telling me that you can't be friends with girls.
Desperation.
Why are you looking at me? I'm just talking about...
I thought she was looking at both of us.
Honestly, I didn't realize I was only looking at you. It felt really natural.
I think
Bart.
I'm just talking about husband and wives. That's at Chicago Bulls.
That's just his theory. That's just his
You're
theory.
just talking about Pippen and Jordan.
I think it's difficult for the guy to not get attracted if there is an opportunity for a girl that they can hang out with all the time and then they're attractive.
Yeah, I think if they already have that.
And then I'm only saying this because most guys don't even have that opportunity to hang out with girls one-on-one.
I also think that chemistry over a period of time can be confused and blurred with like a certain version of attraction.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like just getting along with somebody really comfortably, just that comfort
Like
alone,
vulnerable, maybe for a point.
blur the lines sometimes.
Yeah, like if you get really lonely or something.
All you need is like 5 minutes.
But there are still people who I feel like I'll have a really strong connection with, but it's not romantic. Like I don't want to make out with you, but I'll talk to you all day.
Yeah.
What's
I
the
don't know how it
difference?
feels like
What's
the
the
other
because I
side.
feel like maybe chicks have more of an emotional maturity with that, where they can kind of
Probably
feel
true.
like, oh yeah, I would love to talk to you all day, and then I don't want to like have to match our genitals together. Whereas I think for dudes, it was like the minute you have good conversation, it's like, oh, we gotta fucking make some procreate. Like what?
We gotta make some protein powder.
How do you
Procreate.
differentiate the two of like chemistry and then like platonic chemistry and then romantic chemistry?
That's a good question I might not know how to answer. I think the initial, like we talked about, the initial level of attraction has to be there. So that if you start connecting, then it becomes romantic or can become romantic. But I feel like if I initially just saw you as a friend from the very get-go, I don't know if it could really...
And that initial feeling as a friend, is it more of like just like a kind of like an instinctual gut thing that's hard to put to words, or is it like a more like cerebral thing? Like could you like for me, I can go, oh yeah, I want to have sex with her because she has big titties, so I can easily articulate what I'm feeling.
Yeah. Put it in words.
Yeah,
you know?
could you put it into words?
It's kind of like that. Could you do it like that?
Yeah, you just try.
Can you do it better than that, though, is the question.
Well, the big titties don't really work for me.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So what's your version of big titties when you see it on another man?
Like, wow, that is an extremely black credit card. Like, something like that.
What? Are those good ones?
Push with their head.
Black means it's overdrawn.
He's a lot of debt.
I actually think women are probably more, like, they can be more than guys can be.
I think so too, yeah.
Yeah.
I think they got more options.
I think they're better at that.
And then the reason why is, it's because guys are the ones that fall. In most cases.
Yeah.
I think the guy usually...
They're the ones that...
Girl can friend zone real easily.
Yeah. Because if you look at how guy friendships are and girl friendships are, like girl friendships are already kind of gay, like to each other.
Yeah.
Like they get.
I've been saying that for years.
Dude, they're
Finally.
they're possessive, and then they're like they treat their girlfriend like a girlfriend. Like
Can we not say they when I'm sitting right here?
Her.
Okay, Melissa does that.
Melissa and Helen.
This is what makes it special or like confusing for the platonic stuff is because the way guys have friendships, it's typically around an activity or an external thing. You don't even know who this person is really, but you like this hobby together. The way that female friendships are, they get deep. They get really deep and you know everything about this person, and it's like guys don't even have those conversations. So when you have a platonic situation and the girl's used to having like, oh, tell me about your family and all these things, and then the guy's like, she's really into me, like this is so cool. But it's like,
To know my life.
that's just the dynamic of the friendship is different, and the guy's thinking, oh, there's this like mutual attraction, we're dating, and it's in his head, but he just finds her attractive, and he's like, finally I got attention from a woman. And then they're trying to like, he thinks there's a chance, but it's like, no, we just been friends. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
And then, but if a guy's like, yo, I've had girlfriends and like I've been around women and I'm fine with that, and I have sisters, they know that there's a different dynamic going on. And I think that's the biggest thing is like you have a lot of guys that don't know how to act around women.
I never had a sister.
I think having a sister helps.
So that's the point.
Good thing you know how to act around monks. Could have been bad for you. Dude, wait, what's the temple? The one in Hacienda Heights?
Hacienda Heights, Shilai.
You know that one?
Yeah, I passed by that on my way home.
They have a picture of Bart up there when he was a little kid. He used to go there so much.
Off there for like days.
Is that the picture that gets burned every morning?
Yeah. When they pray for you, humanity.
They're just praying for Bart.
Pray for the world. Sacrifice this photo of this weird guy.
Which means they reprint it every day.
8-year-old picture of me. Because I feel like, I would see dudes with girlfriends. I mean, like friends that are girls, and I had a hard time understanding unless the chick was busted. I'm like, oh yeah, you don't want to fuck her. Yeah, if she's busted, I can see how they're friends. But like, if I put myself in that situation and I'm like,
So which one of us is busted?
Me for sure.
let's say I go to like, let's say I'm at a fucking barbecue festival, right?
Okay, yeah, fucking barbecue.
Barbecue festival.
And then the smoker next to me, the chick turns around and she's hot.
Yeah.
I immediately don't go, oh, we're gonna have great conversations. I'm gonna be like, oh shit.
What was the point of the barbecue festival?
Hold on, it's gonna come back around.
it's
gonna come back around.
interest.
Okay.
hobby.
I just thought it was like enthusiastic world building.
Fuck. No, just common. I think for dudes, it's like common interest. So common interest plus titties
Titties.
and nice face equals love.
Okay.
Wow.
But I think for girls, I think they have more variables.
Just there for the barbecue.
Yeah, the girl algebra is different, right?
Haven't you ever met someone who is objectively attractive but is not your style? Does that not exist for you?
Yeah.
No, yes, but he just still wants to fuck them. That's the difference.
I think I have to have sex with them to find out.
What the hell?
Like
He's gotta try it out.
like a weird goth crazy girl.
That's hot.
Well, she's hot to goths, yeah.
Then I need to have sex to find out.
See, that's what's different. Is that I feel like a guy could do that. You could like you have to, or you could do it to find out. I could never let anybody touch me that I am not remotely interested in. I cannot like find out. I would just decide like, no, this is not gonna work.
But wait, so you're attracted to them though, right? Or they're attractive to you.
No, we're talking about the unsures, right? Like that they're attractive to other people, but not to me. Like they're not my style, not my taste.
But she's able to acknowledge that that's an attractive person.
Yeah.
It's just
Like
not
to someone
attractive.
else.
Yeah.
They build attraction. It's not immediate like us. Like we could look at someone and be like, yeah,
They
what's
gotta
the
have
deal?
some immediate circumstance.
Because remember that I always give them the same analogy where I'm like, if you were a casting director and a movie was like, I need you to find me the 10 hottest kids in town.
Can you not say kids?
Well, no, it has to be. Because the thing is, you have to know.
That's the setup.
That means,
Kids, I don't want to be in this.
well, like, let's say that that's part of it. It's like a teen flick. And then, like, you have the job of, like, discerning which
They're
kids.
gonna be like, you need to find some young teens or whatever that have a good look.
But they're not saying you need to be attracted to them. They're saying you need to be able to tell an ugly
Bart's
kid.
like, wait, I need to find out.
No.
Shit.
No way.
Oh, no.
I need a test first. I can't tell.
There's only one way to cast this movie.
I think she's picking up on the game here.
Careful, dude.
I
You
know
better
how
be
to have
careful.
a platonic relationship with kids.
Oh God.
Why are you bragging about that?
Oh God. Oh, I'm getting anxious.
What's wrong with that statement? You disagree?
It's not a criminal statement.
That's a good statement.
Sounds like a professional to me,
That's
dude.
a good.
Just certain words don't need to be constructed together.
That's a good old-fashioned statement.
It's a good old-fashioned American.
With good grammar too.
Very professional. Very white collar.
You would not be able to tell a hot kid from an ugly kid?
I can easily.
In a heartbeat.
You could easily tell.
Yeah, but then you don't have the attraction's not part of that. It's just you can tell, right?
But I think when it comes to chicks, it's different.
Oh my.
So once they reach age of 18,
Once
He's
they
saying
turn
they're all
18,
on the
he's like,
table,
oh,
bro.
I can't figure it out.
oh, happy birthday! Oh.
The younger they are and the uglier the kid is, the cuter they can become.
Ugly duck. So you're talking about investing.
What are we? It's
He's having
not.
another
No
conversation.
more theories.
So wise sounding. The cuter they become.
It's true.
You're trying to make a really good movie.
Ugly
It's really
duckling.
true.